What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Noah Gray here, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Josh's channel and check out showmefootball.com for more.
What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Josh Fan of showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com, covering your Kansas City Chiefs. And today I wanted to discuss more of the possibility of the Kansas City Chiefs bringing back former left tackle Donovan Smith in the wake of an injury to starting left tackle Wanya Morris and subpar play from rookie Kingsley Suamataia. So the possibility of the Chiefs bringing back Donovan Smith is an idea that a lot of people have had since the very beginning of the NFL season, when a lot of fans suggested that it would be ideal to have a veteran in the left tackle room or in the offensive tackle room that would be able to raise the floor in case Wanya Morris hasn't quite taken the step, or if Kingsley Suamataia just needs more time. And as we've seen so far, Wanya Morris has been okay as a starter at left tackle, but he's gotten hurt quite a few times already this season, leading us to seeing rookie Kingsley Suamataia. And as you guys know, the play from Kingsley Suamataia has not been very good. Kingsley is currently 124th out of 126 graded offensive tackles according to PFF, and his pass blocking grade is a 32.6, which would rank 116th in the NFL out of all tackles. He also gave up multiple sacks in just a short amount of time when he filled in for Wanya Morris this past Sunday against the Denver Broncos, leading to Patrick Mahomes taking some pretty gnarly hits from the Broncos defensive line. And we are at the point where if we have to see Kingsley Suamataia again at all this season, it could mean really bad things for this Kansas City Chiefs team and potentially for Patrick Mahomes' health. And that's not good. And look, I've always been someone that has been skeptical of playing rookie left tackles just because you never know what you're going to get. And typically they do start out pretty rough. But I never foresaw Kingsley Suamataia being unplayable, and that's what he is right now. I expected some struggles here and there. I expected some rough patches, but I didn't expect him to be unplayable. And if this is what we're going to get, you simply have to bring in someone else. And, of course, if Wanya Morris is out for an extended period of time, you're going to need someone else to fill in because it gets kind of scary with this left tackle room. So, once again, that has led people to theorizing about bringing back Donovan Smith. And Donovan Smith actually dropped a hint on Twitter following the Chiefs game on Sunday when former Chiefs offensive lineman Jeff Allen tweeted, "Is at @DSmith76 still available?" And Donovan Smith actually replied with a GIF implying that he's ready to play right now. Now, I figured, as of probably the NFL trade deadline, that the Kansas City Chiefs bringing back Donovan Smith was out the window, simply because we're pretty far into the season now. And I felt like if the Chiefs were going to sign Donovan Smith, they would have done it a long time ago. And at this point, Donovan Smith, he didn't do training camp. He didn't do preseason. He's not in game shape. So I just kind of figured that possibility was gone. However, a report from Nate Taylor, our good friend of The Athletic, who covers the Kansas City Chiefs, stated that if Wanya Morris has lingering injury issues during this upcoming week in Buffalo, Donovan Smith is ready to go as soon as the Chiefs call. And Nate Taylor is very plugged into the Kansas City Chiefs, so when he says something like that, he means it. And it sounds like that connection to Donovan Smith is still there with the Kansas City Chiefs. That line of communication is still currently open, and he's basically on speed dial if the Kansas City Chiefs need him. But it sounds like it's all dependent on Wanya Morris' health. But I'll say right now, if Wanya Morris is out even for a game, I would have Donovan Smith in the building tomorrow because you simply can't have Kingsley Suamataia out there. And it's just the harsh reality right now. Kingsley Suamataia is not ready. He is a project player right now. We saw his play lack basic fundamentals in the Denver game, just way too shallow of a drop back, stuff that should not be happening, especially with, 8 or 9 weeks of NFL football under his belt right now. And being able to learn behind Wanya Morris and Juwan Taylor, who obviously plays on the other side, you'd expect Kingsley Suamataia to be a little bit further along, but it just hasn't been the case. But look, the Chiefs are trying to three-peat. So if Donovan Smith is your best possible option for the position, I think you need to go out and do it. And I was someone that was actually skeptical of Donovan Smith when the Chiefs first brought him in a year ago, but he was a solid left tackle for this team. Did he struggle with penalties? Yes. Does he like to hold a little bit? Of course. And I mean, all the Chiefs offensive linemen are guilty of that to an extent, but I just think that you have a chance here to solidify a position group that is very iffy. And it's a position group that's one of the most important right behind quarterback. And if you're not good there, it's going to be hard to win in the postseason when you go up against some of the more vaunted pass rushes in the NFL. So if I were the Kansas City Chiefs, I would bring in Donovan Smith. Absolutely. Now, this isn't to say that Kingsley Suamataia can't still be a good player. I haven't given up on him yet. I certainly haven't given up on him, maybe even switching to the other side or kicking inside. I still think he could be good there. He might not work out at left tackle, but I'm not ready to say that yet. It's just that this is kind of what happens when you attempt to start a rookie at left tackle, especially one that was not like a top 10 to 15 pick in the NFL draft. The Chiefs got Kingsley in the second round, and that's perfectly fine. It was a good value. I was a fan of the pick, but you're trying to three-peat, man, and that's what it's about. And we've seen the Chiefs bring in a lot of veterans this year. I mean, they brought in DeAndre Hopkins. They brought in Juju Smith-Schuster. They brought in Kareem Hunt. It's been the year of reunions, but these are all guys that the Chiefs trust. And it's for a good reason, because all those guys have given you really good contributions so far. And Donovan Smith played good football for you less than a year ago. So I struggle to think that he wouldn't be able to give you at least replacement level play at left tackle, especially if Wanya Morris is going to be out for a bit. Head coach Andy Reid also didn't rule it out. He was asked about it in a press conference earlier today, and he said, "I'm not going to say no." He delegated, the responsibility to Brett Veach and said that's his area. That's typically what he always does. But he said, "I'm not going to say no," which makes me think, if Andy is saying that, if Andy is giving you even the slightest inclination that it could happen, I have a feeling that, there's a good chance. So those are my thoughts on the Kansas City Chiefs potentially bringing back left tackle Donovan Smith. But I'm really curious to hear from you guys what you think of the Kansas City Chiefs potentially bringing back Donovan Smith. Would you be a fan of it? Are you skeptical? Let me know down below. But with all that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so more Chiefs fans can find this. And make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com for more. And I'll see you all in the next one. Go Chiefs!